Alright, welcome back. I just realized after I started recording that I forgot to sleep. Here, I haven't checked, I don't think I checked on my melon farm last episode. So, I don't know if I did this last episode or in between. Because I don't remember if I went over here. But I started converting to melon blocks, because that's what you sell to the villagers. Plus, it saves on space. I mean, I won't get 9 melons back when I mine, but with an entire farm, it's not a huge deal to me. So, earlier today, I was trying to clear out more of this. But, right here, I got a skelly horse trap. So I got 4 skelly horses. I have this mountain down to this. You can go back to when I was setting this up and see just how much of this area I've carved out. It's slowly torn down to nothing. And I've got areas lined up for if I need to, I can place down a bunch of dirt, and I have a bunch of grass blocks already. Pretty much full inventory. Benefits of having multiple shulker boxes, which is very handy. Why do I have arrows? I don't remember where I got the arrows from. I just noticed that, and that's completely disorientated. And anyways, I'm running out of carrots. Oh no, I don't have a partial stack. Shoot. I don't want to have a ton of stacks in my inventory. Whatever. Wait, what was I gonna do after my intro? Ah, dang. Skellies and the carrots and arrows distract me. And I still have no idea what to do about the flowers here, but to be honest, I keep forgetting about the fact that I haven't put the flowers up yet. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what all to do about decorations here. Do I want to copy this? Now, if I were to get a horse bridge, I was talking about that. I think that was last episode or the episode before. Where would I want it? Probably a little close to here, so probably about here-ish? Really? Oh, dang it. Okay, so probably about here. I could probably expand outward by a couple blocks. What? Oh, one of the cats playing with a toy. All I heard was something get knocked over and hit a door, so I was confused, but it's a cat playing with a toy. So, how wide do I want this to be? Oh, wait, I do have... Can the skelly horses jump? I'm about to find out. So... Actually, I could just take this guy. Okay, very controlled speed. Not too fast. Okay. Okay, so he can move along a 3x3 very comfortably. So I don't need it to be more than 3 blocks wide. The wider it is, the more detail I can add and more decorations I can add. However, the problem with more detail is the problem with making it bigger is that's more time I have to spend building it. That's more work it'll take, and that's longer before I can actually have it be usable. So either 3 or 4 blocks seems very reasonable. No. Going to... I do have a stone cutter over here, yes. Okay, so I don't have to make one or grab one, because I was using stone cutter over here for stuff. Right, it was the gunpowder farm. That's what I was using it for. I couldn't remember what specifically. I have spruce trees. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I just threw it out in the corners just to see, can I grow multiple? And yes, I can if they're in the corners. I don't know if I could get another because of the way I have it. I have a 9 in the middle, so I don't think I can have 4 because the middle block would make the adjacent here or here and hit right beside one of the trees. So I don't think I can do in the middle, but I can definitely get the corners and have this whole area just be flooded with podzol and see how far that spreads. Anyways, there's the stone cutter, and I have the stone going really far down, and it is not necessarily down far enough. Go. Now, if I do this, yep, it gives me all the brick variants. If I take a single brick, it does not give me cracked. Okay. Okay, so I can't do anything with chiseled. I'll just throw that there because I don't really care about that. No. If I do I have a furnace, 2 sticks. So if I were to take that, 2 sticks. Okay, does this give me cracked stone bricks? Out of just curiosity. It does. So if I wanted cracked stone bricks, that's how I'd do it. Now, if I do that, can I use the stone cutter on the... I can't use the stone cutter. So I would have to... So if I wanted a bunch of cracked stone bricks, I'd have to use the stone cutter. Oh, I have all of the stone bricks, and I have a bunch of cracked... Oh, well, never mind on getting the... Never mind on getting stone. and mossy stone bricks, and then some mossy cobblestone. Let's see. Probably won't. Well, actually, I will probably use this and turn it into the primary thing I'm using. The mossy will be there for texturing, and cracked will also be there for texturing. How much moss do I have? Perfect. I have plenty of moss, and it's just awesome. Great. It's really good. It's cool. So I can make mossy, and I do have a cobblestone farm over there. So if I wanted the mossy cobble, I'm pretty sure it would just be the same deal. Okay, cool. The mossy cobble would help give more of a cracked look than compared to the more refined. Right there. If I put these together and mix them up, that would help make a more cracked look. Especially if I mix it in with this around. Now if I had a mossy cracked stone brick texture, I guess there's no harm in trying. Can I? No, I can't mix that. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. Mossy mossy cracked stone bricks would be really good, because having this cracked texture with a little bit of moss on it, that would look nice. I really don't want to deal with drown. I just remembered if I'm going to be operating near water, I'll have to deal with drown, which that is definitely not fun. Okay, and there we go. Hopefully I won't have to eat while I'm actively working. Okay, now which side do I want to start on? Probably here, so that way I know where the receiving end is. Where do I want this offshoot to come from? Could go with here and just expand the dirt up one, and have this torch be the center. Or I could expand it out 2 this way. Then, if I'm right, it's around the corner. I was kind of close. So it's about here is where I line up. So it's around the corner. If I wanted more of a straight shot, I'd want it to be to where I don't have to do a lot of digging here. I'd want it to be about this block right here. So let's see. Get it about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd be able to take. Don't want to take this section here. That give me straight shot on a lot of already flattened land. Why do I have seeds? Now, I could just do that really quickly and tear this down and use here. And it would just be go around the corner and build like a roof and make this an actual stable area. If this is where I'm going to put my horses, I just threw them here because this is a straight wall and I had multiple from like somewhere on that mountain. I just saw all of these guys and was like, oh hey, let's just grab them all so I can eventually get a good horse that, you know, can make up for elytra speed if I need to. So, what am I at? 16 minutes of me trying to figure out this. Just gonna lay out all the blocks and see. Actually, I should probably stick with stuff that's similar next to each other. Okay, so should probably also get some cobblestone. Go grab a stack. That way I can figure out my block palette, and I know what I'm working with, and I might veto a block and say, yeah, no, I don't think that works with everything. So let me go grab cobblestone real quick. Stack that. Where are my... There are my rockets. I need to, sometime in between this, go over there. And grab some firework rockets. Let's see. No. Well, from a distance, this is a lot. This is, I don't know, these are different types of gray. Probably because the white parts are a bit more prominent here. So it's got a lot more white prominent, whereas this has little whites on it and actually comes out to gray. So that's what's throwing me off. So I probably will use this a bit more sparingly, if at all. Or I will be doing like with that and using wall or stairs with the cracked texture. So let's do a stair, let's do a wall, let's do a slab. Stair, wall. And actually, let's move that there. So let's do a support there. That. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how I'd do that. Okay, so the cobblestone will be used for this sort of deal. To give a cracked variant, because I can't make cracked versions of any of this, which does not help me, so I'll have to improvise with this. So if I want to use cracked stuff, I can use the cobblestone to mimic the cracked texturing. Now, now that I have my black palette figured out, and I know what I'm working with, I really just need to figure out where I want to put this bridge, and how big I want to make it. That is the tricky part. Because I want it to be within a pretty quick walking distance, and I'll probably... Like you see that? That's a pretty good distance by Elytra standards with Firework 3 rocket. Probably make a second door. Expand out a little bit. Have like gates. Because this is meant to be like the main spot. Actually getting a small little gated area so you can look out and see the ocean. Which is why I have the door facing this way. Because I thought it'd be nice to just look out into the ocean, see the fish. But getting a gate probably is a smart idea. To have right at my doorstep. And so doing the same thing here would probably be a good idea. So I need to figure out how wide I want the bridge. Because that is a pretty long gap. Okay, so from tip of here $52. So about 100 blocks. That is a pretty good amount of distance. That's just if I go out from here to there. Here to there's 100 blocks. If I pick somewhere it's a bit more of a gap, like here or something, that would be a bit longer. I have areas like this where I'd have to clean up in order to actually be able to make a good path to lead to the bridge. Because I'd like to remind everyone here that this area is meant to be my backup. My, oh no, I just died, I've lost my elytra, oh no, it doesn't work, I have nothing. I'm walking around, I have no armor, I have nothing. This area is meant to be safe. And so that's why it's completely flat, torches everywhere. Nothing will spawn except for pillagers and phantoms. Those are the only two things that can spawn. And skelly traps, apparently, because I had one over... I wonder if I can mark the rough location. About here, somewhere. So, and yes, these torches were here. So, apparently those things can spawn even if you have a bunch of torches down. Yeah, this area is meant to be a safe haven of, in case I lose everything, or in case I have a bunch of stuff damaged and I need to like buy enchanting potions, or see, I have a couple of enchant potions as emergency. You know, like say my elytra breaks, or say I'm out of firework rockets, or hey, I put my stuff in an ender chest in the maybe I put everything in a shulker box and left it in the nether. Because I was lost and I don't know. And I couldn't find my way back. And I was running out of resources, and it was just easier to jump in lava and rebuild. I don't know. But this area is meant to be an emergency safe area, just in case. So I do plan on having probably a stable here, and then I have all of this space to have a farm going for carrots and wheat for the horses, you know? And also for me to eat, if I need to. But this area is meant to be my safe area of just in case I need a good place to just lay down for a while. Nah, that just looks funky. Really just is evident how all of that blends together really well, especially if you put a good amount of cobblestone. Dang it. I have a bunch of golden carrots. I'm not worried about taking damage. Yeah, all of that really does blend together really well. And then if I follow a similar transition path to this, although I could get away with that to help make a rainbow cycle, where I can have this lead into this. How's the, it's mossy. Oh no, that's too big of a jump. Let's see, how's cracked look? That actually does look really, really good. Right beside each other. Okay, so I could, with this, I can use it to help hide. Probably not like that, but something to help hide the differences between this. Not sure how I'd do that, but yeah, I can use this to help blend in the cobble. At like a pillar. Because at a distance, all of that blends together. Because the different, like, complementary textures helping hide. Okay, Yeah. Yeah. So I'm figuring out the method of how I want to build it. That way I don't have to, tear the whole thing down and rebuild it. Because I would really like to not place 100 blocks or so worth of this and then have to go, oh, I don't like where it is, and then tear the whole thing down. Because, with that much work, you'd really hate to have all of that be for nothing and have it be like, I don't know, 5 minutes down the line, you later look at it and go, I'm not happy with it. I would like it, instead of here, I'd like it more here. Well, that's a pretty big jump, so I definitely would have to tear the whole thing down, and I can't use any of it. So, I'd definitely like to figure out where I want this. Just want to figure out where do I want I wish I had a hammer. Hammer for like masonry. Shovel? No. Closest thing I have to a hammer would be maybe the axe. I was gonna say the pickaxe works probably best, but the axe, it gets my point across of what I'm trying to talk about. Helps get my point across. I really just need to figure out where I want it right now. The exact how will come to me. Because I've figured out the sort of palette I'm using. So, let's make sure I have a good screenshot. Let's take another one for, like, prosperity's sake. Okay, cool. Because awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm also gonna head over to the end so I can repair my elytra. Hope you all enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day, and thank you very much for watching. Really hate to end the video while I'm flying. That probably won't be a good experience for you guys. When's the last time I showed you guys the end? I don't remember the last time I showed you guys this. But oh, another thunder trap. Man. Yeah. Thanks for watching.